Hi everyone. The topic we chose to present on is about meal delivery services, specifically Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, and Uber Eats, and how consumers are responding to what they are charging during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, to summarize the situation, Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, and Uber Eats were sued for taking advantage of their dominance in the delivery services industry by forcing customers to pay higher delivery fees. And three consumers filed a claim in Manhattan federal court saying that restaurants are charging the same price for delivered meals as they once were for dine-in customers before the pandemic, but these services are additionally charging 10 to 40% of those sales in delivery processing fees. The specific claim that the consumers filed was that the defendants violated the U.S. antitrust law by overcharging customers who use their services, and there were no comments made from either Grubhub or Uber Eats, and DoorDash and Postmates did not immediately respond to requests for comments.
We can relate this topic to principles we've learned in class, first by identifying the loss exposure. The loss exposure is the meal delivery services, including Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Postmates, which are all subject to a potential loss in this situation. The peril or the cause of the loss is the exorbitant fees of 10 to 40% of revenue to process delivery orders, which ultimately led to the lawsuit. We can identify a moral hazard in this scenario as the meal delivery services made a conscious decision to expand their revenue by intentionally increasing fees to a higher than standard rate for consumers. These meal delivery services also face a legal hazard as U.S. antitrust laws were violated in this case. The meal delivery services required restaurants to charge the same price for dine-in and delivery customers in addition to the high fees. To conclude, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Postmates all face pure risks such as loss of business income due to hefty fines of the lawsuit, as well as intangible property exposures, like damage to the public image of the company by generating a poor reputation.
Why this is important. For one thing, as college students, we use Grubhub and Uber Eats, or we know someone that uses Grubhub and Uber Eats, especially if you live in the dorms. You might rely on Grubhub and Uber Eats, and I'm sure most of us don't realize how much we are being overcharged by these services. Small business are also hurt by this since they are also charged large fees. However, they need the business to break even. The profits are enough to at least break even. Especially right now with quarantine, with everyone stuck at home, businesses closed, you can't even go in a sit-down restaurant. Many places and people rely on these food ordering services. And with less money from unemployment, mixed with high prices from these ordering services, that just doesn't mix.
Hi guys, my name is Nicole Maley, and I just wanted to add some additional relevant information that will kind of further your understanding of the real repercussions that these food delivery services astronomically overpricing their services has. So, Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, and Uber Eats have monopoly power over the food delivery industry at present. In fact, as reported by Forbes magazine, they account for 98% of the food delivery market. What with restaurants closing due to the coronavirus pandemic, the food and beverage industry is already expected to lose about $225 billion during this time. And sadly, around 11% of restaurants are expected to close permanently as a result of the pandemic restrictions, and about 70% of restaurants have been forced to lay off employees, which has also contributed to the devastating financial domino effect. And this just goes to show how detrimental this time period has been for restaurants already. But despite restaurants being in an obviously dire and desperate position, delivery apps are still claiming between 13.5 and 40% of revenues. This limits the restaurant's profit to around 3 to 9%, which is ludicrous given the fact that they're the ones providing the central service to the customer, which is the food that they're providing. So, all in all, restaurants are losing money and customers are paying way too much, and the imposing risk of these delivery companies' monopoly solidifying within our financial market is too great to ignore. Are there any questions?